2025 is going to be chaos, and I have got some prediction to match. Constructors, drivers, shocked results. Let's go. Before going to the prediction of constructor and drivers, let's first start with the bold predictions. Here are some of my bold predictions for 2025 season. First, a first-time Grand Prix winner, and it's Lawson. We are getting a shock race winner this year, and my pick is Liam Lawson. If there is a crazy race with DNFs and strategy chaos, Lawson is the type of driver to capitalize. Maybe it's Spa, maybe it's Austin, but somehow I think Liam might clinch ahead. Coming up second, I think McLaren will win 10 to 12 races this year. The way McLaren dominated in the constructor last season, if Red Bull takes a back step and Ferrari fumbles, McLaren's development power will take over. 10 to 12 wins might sound crazy, but if the car is strong as I expect, it is happening. Third, William gets a podium. Yes, you heard me. William is sneaking onto the podium this year. Maybe it's science in a chaotic race. Maybe it's Albon capitalizing on a strategy call. But somehow a William driver will stand on the podium this season. So those were my bold predictions. Let me know some of your bold prediction in the comments below. Alright, let's go from worst to best in the 2025 Constructor Championship. Some of the teams are doomed. Some will shock the world, and one of them is surely going to win the title. At 10th, Kick Sauber. This team is already looking ahead to 2026, which means 2025 will going to be a brutal. Even with the Hulkenberg experience, they will struggle to beat anyone. The Audi project is coming, but it won't help them this year. 9th, Racing Bull. It's not looking good for Red Bull's junior team. The car won't be fast enough to fight the midfield, and if Tsunoda struggles, his seat could be in danger, except some flashes of pace. But overall, this is a development year for 2026. 8th, Haas. Haas has a step forward in 2024, but 2025 brings them back down to earth. Oliver Behrman will have some great moments, maybe a couple of podium, but the team's long-term issue, lack of funding, weaker in-season upgrades, will leave them stuck in P8. 7th, Alpine. Alpine is a sinking ship. They are losing talent. Their Colapinto Dohan situation could turn into a disaster, and Renault commitment to F1 is questionable at best. 6th, Williams. This is where things get exciting. Williams is back in the midfield fight. Science and Albon will be underrated weapons, and with solid investment, they will be sniffing around podiums. A huge step up, but still not a top team yet. 5th, Aston Martin. Alonso will carry this team again and again. If they start the year strong, we could see some podiums, but let's be real, Stroll isn't contributing anything, and if Newey isn't involved quickly, they won't keep up the top 4. Also, I wouldn't be surprised if they finished below 5th. 4th, Red Bull. And here's the biggest shock. Red Bull drops out of the top 3. Why, you ask? Adrian Newey's reduced involvement and the fact that Max might already have one foot out of the door. Except frustrated Verstappen really misses this, but not a title fight. 3rd, Mercedes. Mercedes will look better than they have in years, but it's still not enough to fight for a title. Russell will be solid, Antonelli will have moments of brilliance, and the team will grab few podiums. Maybe a surprise win, but the days of them dominating the sport is over. Coming up second, I think it is going to be Ferrari. Ferrari will be fast, but inconsistent. Leclerc and Hamilton will be a deadly pairing, but Ferrari's strategy department is still Ferrari's strategy department. If they get their act together, they could win. But I think they will lose the development battle with McLaren in the mid-season and shift focus to 2026 soon. And after hearing Frederick Vassar's statement of they will start working on their 2025 car is going to be based upon a new development rather than being on the development of the 2024, it is going to be a problem. And that eventually led us to McLaren being the constructor champion. McLaren finally does it. Their 2024 car was already a monster, and with Lando and Piastri pushing each other, they will be the most consistent team on the grid. Ferrari and Red Bull will have highs and lows, but McLaren's in-season development will carry them to the title, just like Red Bull did it in 2022. So, alright, it's time for the Drivers' Championship prediction. At 20th, Gabriel Portoledo, a rookie years of survival. The Kicksauer is a train wreck, and no matter how talented Gabriel is, he's stuck at the back. He'll have flashes of brilliance, but this season is just about learning the ropes. At 19, Jack Dohan. Alpine is a mess, and Dohan is the one who suffers. The team doesn't trust him, the car is barely competitive, and if things go bad enough, he'll lose his seat in the mid-season. Not a great year for Jack. 18th, Isaac. Isaac is thrown in the deep end with RB. He'll have a few great moments as Dohan, but he's going to learn quickly that F1 is ruthless. I think he'll beat Portoledo and Dohan, but it's long season for him. 17, Lance Stroll. Stroll's final season in F1, that's what I wish for. With Aston Martin evolving, he'll pick some points, but he's no longer a serious midfield competitor. 16, Oliver Bearman. Bearman has a solid rookie season, but Haas isn't strong enough for him to show his full potential. He'll score some points, maybe even a standout weekend, but 2025 is all about proving he deserves a big seat in the future. Coming up 15th, Nico Hülkenberg. The Audi project can't come soon enough because Hülkenberg is stuck in a dead-end season. He'll outperform Portoledo, but the Sauber is too slow. It's too slow to fight for anything more than a scrap. At 14th, Alex Albon. Williams is on the rise, but Albon takes a step back. He'll have strong weekends, but with Sainz coming in, he won't be the main man anymore. A solid season, but not his best. 13th, Esteban Ocon will be fighting Alpine's downfall all season. The car won't be great, but he will drag it into place it doesn't belong. Sometimes through talent, sometimes through pure stubbornness. Still a frustrating year. 12th, Yuki Tsunoda. This is Tsunoda's last shot to prove he belongs in F1 long term. He will be consistently decent, but Lawson beats him, and that could be a bad news for his future. Except some great races, but not enough to save him. 11th, Pierre Gasly. Gasly will do everything he can to keep Alpine alive, but it's not looking good. He'll still be a midfield threat, but with Alpine decline, podiums will be out of the reach. He's probably looking at the 2026 exit option. Here comes the top 10. At 10th, Liam Lawson. It is going to be Lawson's first full season in F1, and I think he'll have moments of brilliance and he may have some chance to outshine Max, but let's see how the season goes. At 9th, Carlos Sainz. Sainz at Williams is a wild card, but he's going to shock people. He'll push that car way beyond my expectations, might even sneak in a podium and show why Ferrari might regret him later. 8th, Kimi Antonelli. Kimi is the most hype-up rookie coming up in the 2025 season. In years, there hasn't been any hyped-up rookie like Kimi in the years except Max. But in 2016, Max showed everyone what Max can do. And with Kimi, I think he'll also show moments of brilliance in this season. Maybe a win, that's what I hope for. But he'll have some crashes in some races. But let's just hope that he does well. 7, Fernando Alonso. The Aston Martin isn't elite, but Alonso still is. He'll pull off insane moves, have some standout weekends, and remind everyone that age doesn't slow him down. But with the car lacking top tier pace, this is as far as he goes. 6th, George Russell. George will be as fast as ever, but I don't think Mercedes will give him a title-worthy car. He'll have a few brilliant performances, maybe a random win, but over a full season, he is not fighting the top teams. 5th, Oscar Piastri. Piastri is getting closer to Norris, but I don't think he's quite there yet. He'll be a regular podium finisher, but maybe grab a win here and there. But fighting for a title, I don't think so. At fourth, Lewis Hamilton. Hamilton will push Ferrari forward, but he's not their number one driver anymore. He will be a podium machine, fighting for wins and be a mentor to Leclerc, but not a championship contender. Third, Max Verstappen. The biggest shock of the season, Max is no longer dominating F1. Red Bull takes a step back, and while Max still fights like hell, the car isn't strong enough. Accept frustration, insane wet weather drives, and serious rumors about him leaving Red Bull for 2026, I don't think Verstappen will be a title contender. Coming up second, Charles Leclerc. Leclerc is finally fighting for a title grab, multiple podiums and wins. Ferrari will give him a strong car, but he'll fall just short. The inconsistency will hurt him, and one bad race could cost him the championship. And at first, Lando Norris. Yes, I said it. 2025 is Lando's year. McLaren gives him the car and he delivers. He's been so close, but this time he finishes the job. The Red Bull dominance is over. Ferrari isn't consistent enough, and Norris finally claimed his first F1 World Championship. After coming from that kind of a season in 2024, he has learned a lot and will put up some performance in 2025, and I predict that 2025 might be his year. Secretly, I just hope that one of the Ferrari drivers takes the championship, and also the constructor. I said it again. So there you go. Those were all of my predictions for 2025. Let me know your predictions in the comments below, and do like this video and subscribe as much as you can, and we'll meet in the next video.